yeah.
Maybe you were up watching that. We're going to guide you through what you need to know for this new week. It is Monday. Thanks for sticking with us here on Weather Channel Live. Chris Bruin and Felicia Combs, and man, do we have a lot to talk about.
I will say traffic wasn't as bad this morning, so maybe people kind of stayed home.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, just, let's get a look at some of the snow that we saw over the weekend. Yeah, we got more snow in the cards starting tonight for places like the Ohio River Valley and Mid-Atlantic, and then again into the Midwest as we head towards the middle of the week. Meteorologist Felicia Combs and Chris Bruin to get you through your Monday afternoon. A lot to break down, Felicia, this week.
Yeah, I mean, we've got multiple storms that we're watching, multiple types of precipitation. So we'll make sure you know everything you need to know for this week, whether you're traveling, staying home, just trying to get to work, whatever it might be.
All right, so Philadelphia. Okay, so he mentioned how dry it has been in particularly Southern California. Northern California, on the flip side, we don't have drought at all. It's been very active this season, but we could really use some of the rain here in the Southwest.
I mean, we have just recently been seeing that extreme drought build back in for portions of this region, and that is not at all what we want to see. I mean, we dug our way out of the drought that we were in for so long, so the last thing we want to see is that drought getting bad again.
So we're starting to see pattern changes, and it does look to be more active, and this is going to be likely our biggest rain event of the season so far for especially Southern California. We're going to see it too in Northern California starting on Wednesday morning. This is kind of a precursor. Just some showers, maybe a brief downpour or two impacting much of the coast. This is the main event, and this is the atmospheric river.
Thursday is what we're really concerned about. I mean, you're going to have first an initial warm front that brings you some of that rain, but as that cold front is starting to push through, that is going to bring some very heavy rainfall rates, and that's concerning for the burn scars.
Yeah, so the risk for flash flooding already being highlighted, and that potential could increase, especially as we get closer to the period. We're looking at a widespread 2 to 3 inches of rainfall with potentially localized amounts upwards of 3 to 5 inches, including the foothills here outside of the Sierra.
I mean, the topography here, it's beautiful. It's why people want to live here, but it is also part of the reason that you can get such heavy amounts of rain in very, confined geographic regions. Those mountains just wring that rain out.
And when you have recent burn scars, that water just comes literally straight down the mountain and takes along that burned soil and it almost turns it into mud and almost like debris flows. So rain on Wednesday night, and the heavy rain Thursday night into Friday morning.
If you thought that you've already had enough winter, do not be mad at us, because we've got 2 storms this week that we've got to break down for you, and these are going to be really impactful systems.
And even one down the road as we head towards the weekend, but we don't even want to get ahead of ourselves. Let's start with round number 1, which is mainly for the Ohio River Valley, parts of the Mid-Atlantic. That comes in on Tuesday, early Wednesday, and then round number 2, which starts Wednesday into Thursday for much of the Midwest and the Great Lakes.
Some really heavy snow that we're going to be watching with both of these systems. So let's start you out with Winter Storm Harlow. You can see as we head through tonight and into tomorrow morning, that snow is going to be overspreading the Ohio Valley. Heavy at times. Your Tuesday morning commute could be messy.
Yeah, in Charleston, West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia, of course, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore, all going to be impacted by that heavy snow, especially after lunchtime tomorrow and throughout tomorrow evening and early Wednesday morning. We're talking a potential here of double-digit snowfall, especially north of that I-64 corridor, central and northern Virginia, parts of Maryland, Delaware, and southern New Jersey.
So if you've just been waiting for the snow and you felt like you haven't really gotten all that you wanted, we are really going to bring quite a bit of that activity with Harlow, and then we get another chance with Ileana. I mean, you can see it just one right after the other, right on the hills there of that storm. Okay, so let's time it out for you. This is our second storm that we're watching. You can see it starting Tuesday into Wednesday.
So some snow in Denver, but it'll be on the lighter side versus what we'll see a lot more moisture here towards Kansas and Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, getting into Wisconsin, Michigan, and northern Indiana. That's where we're going to see the more substantial snowfall. So places like Kansas City, St. Louis could have some wintry weather. Will be on the line of some snow and ice and freezing rain. But look at Chicago. Look at Detroit.
I mean, that snow is going to add up in a big way. Certainly going to be impacting your commute, especially as we head through Wednesday. But then even more than that, bitter cold building in behind this as well. So anything that falls, that cold is sticking around, and so is that precipitation.
Yeah, Ileana will still bring snow to the northeast, but it looks more to be a Canadian storm, and northern parts of New England getting shovelable snow.
Speaking of shovelable snow, Alex,